freaking YouTube, boys and girls. Thumbnail, right there. Glasses on the chest now. Didn't take any trades today. I wouldn't be mad if y'all did either, because there's a pretty good setup that I just didn't take. But yeah, I'm gonna go over it today in this video and explain my thought process and all of that. But as of today, no trades today. And another thing, I'm gonna go over the news because obviously y'all know Powell spoke today. And usually us traders, we don't trade on days like that. But the markets have been pretty weird lately, and usually when big news comes out like that, the markets tend to they tend to balance out and give us good price action. I've noticed that in the past a couple of times when the market conditions start to get not unreadable, but just weird. So yeah. With that being said, let's take a look at the nose. Can I fucking grab? Hold on, guys. Okay, got it. Booyah. Okay, so first, here we go. At 8:30, Fed Chair Powell's left nutsack. He spoke. So yeah, and I've all the people that I have been in contact with that also do trade have noticed the weird market conditions, and obviously I have too. I missed out on like 2 to 3 weeks of the weird market conditions because I didn't have a funded or done my ID and all that shit. But we're back now, and market conditions still, they're not the best, but I mean they're getting better in my opinion. I think they're getting more tradable from what I've seen this past week. And yeah, in the past, like I said, I've noticed that whenever big news comes out, when market conditions are not the best, it balances out price action, making it a lot more tradable and a lot more, big word, foreseeable for us traders. So yeah, the rest was yellow folder news, so that doesn't really matter to me. More volatile for us to trade with. So with that being said, let's get on into the charts. Sorry guys, if y'all can hear other stuff outside, there's a lot of people in my room right now, like in the shit next to me. But starting off in ES, we have Asian session highs, Asian session lows. We have London session lows and London session highs. Obviously, you can see we made an SMT at these highs from London session to when we swept it at 9:30. So obviously, you guys can tell my bias was bearish. Yeah, so after this SMT, I wanted shorts, but obviously I didn't take any shorts. I didn't trade today. But as you can see on NQ, Asian session highs, lows, London session highs, lows. These Asian session lows didn't matter. You can delete that. We have London session lows. That was the only draw on NQ after making this SMT. And yes, this was London session highs on ES, but as you can see, this is London session highs on NQ. It's still an SMT at the session highs. So it was a very important SMT. It's another thing. I mean, when SMTs are made at session highs, that's usually whatever way it's directing price towards. I like to go with the flow of that. So, and obviously ES, this is perfect. We have London session and Asian session both relatively equal to each other. And I'm kind of mad that I didn't end up taking a trade today because, I mean, the way I just explained everything, this was another textbook day. I mean, price set up beautifully to take out these lows, and I just didn't take a trade. So yeah, as you can see here, we come up, we take out London session highs, make an SMT, and we dump, come back up and dump. So when I was looking at the charts, I was looking to enter an aggressive entry, it was right about here, I believe. I mean, you could place your stop loss like there, but at the top of that SMT. Now I've just targeted both of these lows as one target, not two. So yeah. Another thing, I'll explain like the trade entry and all that, but let me turn on my magnet again. Boom. Oh yeah. Okay, so we come up and take out equilibrium on the 1 minute. You could have placed your stop loss right here as well. It won't go up there, but you know what I'm saying. At the 79% extension rate, giving you a way better risk to reward. Um, yeah, is this a negative 0, 0? So we would have had to wait for a break of structure on the 1 minute, all the way down here. Oh, it's orange. My bad. Down, up, and then I mean we would have been already like halfway down towards the draw. So like this, you would have had an aggressive entry or entered with a lot of size here, but like entering down here after the break of structure, there would have been no retrace or anything. So you would have had like um, nowhere to put your stop loss. So that was the problem with today. You could have entered after this retrace into this 1 minute fair value gap. Could have done that, but once again, I mean, when you enter, like you could have entered in real time, like up here, but I mean, we could have retraced up into this fair value gap too, or I mean, and you would have also had nowhere to place your stop loss. You would have had a negative risk to reward too. So, like, let's say you got lucky and entered there. I mean, you could place your stop loss like, I guess there. It's not bad. It's a 1 to 4. I mean, the only safe place is here, but that I mean that's under a 1R. So this was the trade that I would have taken today. Um, yeah, we took profit right there. That would have been a quick short trade, but the only confluences, uh, there really weren't any. This was just a straight intuition trade, as you can see. I mean, we didn't break structure or anything anywhere. Up. Yeah, we swept this low, so we have to make a new low to break through that. 8 down, up. Yeah, it would have been the same thing either way. So this would have been an aggressive entry, and one where you need to have strong intuition about where the market's going. And today would have been a good day to do something like this, and you would have entered at 9:40. That's a little early, but not like too crazy early to where I wouldn't take it. But this is once again textbook trade today, at least with the setup, with like the higher time frame liquidity sweep setup. But lower time frame, there weren't really any confluences that were hit besides equilibrium. So after this was hit, you could have entered at this candle close. Boom, right there. Stop loss either at the high of the equilibrium, because this is a protected high because we took out a confluence. So yeah, I would have been happy with either one. Obviously we didn't take a trade today, but this would have been a very nice trade to take. I'm sad I didn't take this, but yeah. So entry would have been after the bearish candle close, after tapping equilibrium. So, and stop loss at the 79% extension rate, or when price came back down, like down here, you could have moved your stop loss to this high that took out equilibrium, just to manage your risk, because there's no reason for price to come back up here and sweep out this high after taking out equilibrium. Sorry if I'm talking fast, but I'm trying to, it's just like too much stuff going on. But yeah, let me re-say that. I'm always looking to manage my risk whenever I'm in a trade. So like when price comes all the way down here and about to take like halfway towards my draw or whatever, there's no possible reason why we should come back up here and take out this protected high after taking out equilibrium and confluence. So when stuff like this happens, I short my stop loss to another area where I'm like, price should not revisit here, and if it does, it does. If it doesn't, I mean, that's just a bad day for price action, okay? Because after taking out a confluence and then breaking structure. I mean, that's a whole price switch. Plus the liquidity sweep and the SMT. There's no possible reason why the price should ever come back up here. So yeah, this should have been a nice, good day, but I didn't take this trade. Obviously, I wish I did. Yeah, but that is the video. The trade that never was. This would have been a nice trade to take. I would have entered with 2 contracts on ES because ES is less volatile than NQ. As y'all know, NQ is a lot more expensive to enter on, and especially to lose on. I blew a lot of funded accounts trading on NQ, not realizing I entered with 2 contracts, which is a lot. If y'all understand, that's at least for a $2,000 stop loss limit. 1 mini should be all you need on the funded for trading NQ, and yes, you can go up to 2. Fun fact though for y'all, a 10-point stop loss on ES is $500, and a 25-point stop loss on NQ is $500. So as you can see, this stop loss is a 3-point stop loss. Obviously, it's not $500, so I mean, you could enter with a lot more risk on this, but I like to just keep it at like 2. Let's put it on a funded, okay? I like 2 to, yeah. I've never entered with 3 really. Maybe once or twice when I'm, when my stop loss is small but it's protected. But yeah, so with a 3-point stop loss. Okay, well, main stop loss was up here. That is a 4.75. So we can do the math. We do 4.75 times 50, which is the point move per point for NQ for ES. My bad, $50, and then we do times 2 because we had 2 contracts. So that's almost $500 that you're risking. That's $475. So actually, this would have been perfect to trade. Pause. So yeah. So wait, hold on. If I do, y'all can just see how big a 10-point stop loss is on ES, but that's only with 1 contract. So we do 1 times 10 times 50. So that's a 5. This is a 500-point stop loss. I mean 500 tick point. This is a 10-point stop loss. You're risking $500 for that, and then since I'm risking 2 contracts, a 4.75 stop loss, which is half, is gonna be 500 because you have 2 contracts, so it doubles. So yeah, risked 475 on this, and yeah, 4.75 stop loss. That's a good way to tell. So yeah, that's a little fun fact for you guys, and hopefully y'all maybe took a trade like this, took shorts. Hopefully nobody took longs. I would hope so. But yeah, any further questions or comments for y'all boys, and yeah, I will answer them if y'all have any questions or comments, obviously. But that was the trade for today. I didn't take it. Hopefully we can catch a trade tomorrow. Obviously don't force anything, but yeah, today was a pretty good textbook intuition trade, aggressive entry trade. You shouldn't be pulling those all the time. I'm just saying, like a day like today, after I just explained, today would have been a good day to do that, but obviously I didn't. So we're gonna get back up tomorrow, and we're gonna see what the market gives us. So with that being said, love all you guys, love all the support, and hopefully y'all like these videos and like and subscribe, and hopefully they're helpful to you guys. So that being said, peace out, boys and girls. Love every single one of you guys, and that's gonna be it for me today. So peace out.